Today I'm going to be walking you through Zscaler Private Access. Zscaler Private Access is Zscaler's implementation of our zero trust mechanisms for access to private applications. Before I go into showing you the UI and the benefits of that, I want to just give a very quick overview of how Zscaler Private Access works to differentiate the platform versus others. So very simply, Zscaler Private Access connects users to applications. That's it. And we do that in a different way than most other platforms. And the key about this is to show it on this screen here. If you look at it, very simply, a user needs to request access to an application. And the Zscaler platform will say, hey, that is actually a private application, something that you, the customer, have defined as being something private, something inside, something you don't want the world to see. So Zscaler will send that to the appropriate control mechanism, where we will then validate that the user that is coming to this application is actually validated against an identity source, identity trust, normally the customer's identity platform like Azure AD or Ping or Okta or something like that. And we also validate the device. Does the device meet the requirements from your trust mechanism? Is it trustworthy or not? If so, and those two things are validated, then the user gets access to the application. But before we can get access, we need to first validate that the user is allowed from a policy point of view, and then pick the best path. And that's critical to the way in which Zscaler works, is that we're not connecting a user to a network, we're connecting a user to an application. And that user to an application connectivity is actually critical because we're not worrying about the network, we're overlaying that path on any network. Thus, the user can connect to multiple applications in parallel and not be tied or anchored into one singular network. This is a massive benefit for those of you out there who have applications in multiple data centers, multiple cloud locations, hybrid cloud locations, all of these things and more. So the big advantage is not only that you are giving direct access to the application, but we're doing it by never exposing the application on the other side. There's a little blue boxes here called app connectors, and they're actually creating an outbound path that is like an inside-out connection to the Zscaler cloud. So you'll see here that there are tunnels being established from those app connectors to a centralized